pencil, and I did that purposely so you would always see what I embodied, my link to this character. So that was something that's the reason why you don't see his face. You just see that emblem, so you can say, okay, I'm making you familiar to his logo. Even if you don't see him, you see that, you know it's him. So that was something that I actually wanted to do, and I did do. And this piece here, this book here was actually direct continuation of part one. I had a lot of people that I wanted to thank for as well on this piece. My brother Suliman Onque, which is my co-founder of Onque Comics, and Galen Faison, which actually helped to edit this particular book. So Il Faison on Instagram, he actually has his name in here, edited by Galen Faison. And that was a good thing for me and my friend to actually collaborate on a actual book. So some words that I had before, he went through, edited, and changed up, and rephrased a couple of things that was to make it sound a little better, And I appreciate him for that. Just to segue to another comic book, which is a book that my brother Suliman Onque actually created, illustrated. It's called Why So Ratchet. And Why So Ratchet is the main character is Ratchet Man. And Ratchet Man is a modern day Jekyll and Hyde that believes karma has the final say so. So he is a man that's has mental illness as his regular identity, which is like a guidance counselor. And when he changes, he's more like a Hawk type of character, but it's very different. And mental illness is something that people don't always talk about. In the black community, they actually shun it a lot. If you act like you're crazy in any way, you actually get pushed to the side, which is not good. We deal with a whole lot of things. Even now, with what's going on now, mentally, it's stuff going into our brains every moment. From sirens we can hear outside to news feeds. Everything that's going on right now keeps you in a frantic state. And that messes with your mental, your mind. So we have to definitely use platforms to aid us with those things. And actually, my daughter has a platform and actually an Instagram page called Rose. And it's on Instagram. And she has a website as well. So her link for that website is on her page. You can actually do some surveys, and it's confidential to test your level of anxiety. Sometimes we overlook those things, and we can't. As people, as parents, as professionals, in every walk of life, your mental state of mind is very important. You can't neglect yourself. Make sure you tap into whatever you need to tap into to make yourself feel better, because you can't perform at your highest, whether you're an actress or a painter or an athlete or a teacher, any walk of life. If your mentality, if your mind state, mental capacity is off, then you cannot function right. And you are actually cheating yourself out of a better life, because you got to get your mind right. And it's a lot of people that can actually help you with that without taking any medication. You need to meditate. Listen to your own voice in your head that tells you to be still and be quiet and relax and just tune out everything else that's going on. So that's something I wanted to say about that. But I'll show you a couple of pieces within his book. And if you look on the side here, this is Goddess Wearable Art, which is my mother's actual wearable art company. So it's a family of artists. Did I tell you that we are 3 The Art Way, where we do exhibits, we do murals, we do paintings, we do portraits, we do all those things. And we based out of the city of Newark and Baltimore, and hopefully worldwide if you allow us to. We want our art to reach across the galaxy. So this is definitely some of the work from Suliman Onque, which is my brother, and I'm the one that edited this one. So I was able to edit so we link each other together, and that's a good thing. So you see some of the stuff going on here. I'm going to get a link soon so I can, in case people want to actually buy the books. The books go for $5 a piece. Signed copies, we won't charge you more for that. It's only be with shipping. And if you want us to order some more books for you, I have some on hand though. I have some of issue 2. I don't have many of issue 1, but I can reorder some more of those if anybody's interested in it. And this book here is more teen and up, and my books are like all ages can actually be read. They're super sketch painters. But I'm looking at some of the artwork that's in here, and you can see his dynamic work. This young man, which is actually a year older than me, is Suliman Onque. He actually also created this piece here. So you get some of that glare off there a little bit right there. And it says Black Hero. Can you name all the people on here? If you are able to name every last character that you see on here, I actually will send this to you for free. If you can name this, I'll give you 1 minute. We got a lot of black heroes in this actual piece. Like I said, it's by Suliman Onque, and every character there is a dynamic, powerful character. Let me look over here from left to right. If you're able to name all the characters in this print, I will send you this print just for getting it right. I'll come back to it later. So that's just in case you're interested. All right. So you see me here. This is my little workspace right here. And I actually earlier today, I was revisiting some of the illustrations from Super Sketch Painter book 1. And I'm sorry, I didn't see some of the people that was talking earlier. Way back to my peoples. Yeah, thank you for all for coming through, definitely. So this piece right here is one of the pages from Super Sketch Painter that was going to be in book 1 and 2, but it actually is not going to be into book 3. So at this point right now, I have like a pile of inkings that I already had done that I want to look at again and actually change a little bit. If you see, I don't know if you can see that good. But I want to change some of the images to make it look more, hey, how you doing, Lavette Ballard? Oh my God, look, I appreciate you, and also congratulations to you for being on Time Magazine. That was phenomenal. Phenomenal. We got some great artists coming through here, as well as Bisa. She was on Time Magazine as well, and that was a dope thing. Inspiration. And it's still Women's Month, so shout out to all the powerful women out there, keeping us inspired at a time like this. So like I said before, I have actually have a big list of pages that I'm going to add to the upcoming books, but I want to go back and look at these pieces to see if I can actually build on the artistic style, because when I did these, my art has evolved since then. And since that's the case, this wave, I want to make sure I'm giving myself a better, hold on. Do I like music? Yeah, kid, yeah, I like music. I definitely like music. I didn't see that to just now. But I want to make sure the images that I put in the next book, the part 3, are better than the first 2 books. You have to grow as you are doing your art. You want your last piece to be your best piece if possible. as you progress. Even though you're going to have a lot of dope art that you might have done 20 years ago, concepts are key. But when you're doing these pieces here, excuse me, I was looking up a lot of stuff online and like the concepts on how to do comic books, and I think it was I forgot. It escapes me the thing that I was going to say about a certain way. It had a certain guideline. I think it was the 30 things that never go wrong or something like that. Well, in comic books, there's a basic guideline that tells you certain images you should use in each box, or a format that helps you to have a good quality comic book, like doing profiles, something that's from far, from up close. So I was actually trying to study those things to see, you know, if I can actually apply that to my actual creation. So this book right here, which these next two books will be like the cap of the first story line that I had, which is called it's called Two Eyes Shut, Third Eye Open. So if you can look if you can see this here, that's what it says right here. So the story, the book is called, like the plot, the subject is Two Eyes Shut, Third Eye Open. And that's going to be for like the next two books as well. And once I finish those next two books, I'm going to combine the 4 books into like a whole chapter book, a big edition, you know, just to kind of throw that together, and you would be able to get that with some extra art pinups within that. And it might be a hardcover. You'll see. You know, graphic novel, and telling you some great stuff about the storyline, the background, and my actual journey as I created comic books. So, like I said, for those who just came up throughout, you know, the time that I'm talking about Super Sketch Painter, and the actual, these are, I think of it as the holy grail for me with the book, because these are the actual penciled in inks. All right, these are the real deal. Before I scan them, this is what it is. And then I send it, you know, I scan it, and then I take it to the Photoshop and Illustrator and all that stuff, and actually start adding the color and stuff like you do see here. And just like when you have in movies and editing, the last page could be the first page. The way you edit it is the way you edit it, and you can change it around to make it look to what you want. That's the beauty of actually, you know, Illustrator and Photoshop, is where you can actually change these things around in that way, and I enjoy that. So you can see here, some of these parts right here are very pivotal. Well, if I said that right, sorry. Very important in the book, and the storyline tells you some things that's going to happen to some very important characters within the book. And I'm not going to let you look at that too long. And you can't see it anywhere else but here, you know, right now, until I actually finalize the comics. And I might have to look for a colorist and then possibly somebody to do layouts and stuff like that. That's something that I'm going to probably be looking for in the future, because I can't do it all on my own. I'm doing a lot of other things, and I might not have the time, sadly. But I did finish 2 books, and that's a testament to me pushing. It was a lot of late nights, a lot of staying up till like the next morning, and then having to go to work, you know, and it was worth it. It was worth it. Anybody out there who has a dream, don't stop pushing for it. And if there's anybody out there right there listening, if you have a favorite comic book character, let me know your character right now. So tell me what that character may be. You know, the funny thing is, I initially, when I grew up, you know, Captain America was one of my favorite characters because of the comic book illustrator that he had in his actual comic book, and I followed that character, you know, throughout a lot of books. I used to collect comic books years back. I stopped. Me and my oldest brother actually used to do that. And it was, it was something that I liked to do. I got caught up into until I started doing my own thing. But what's going on, cousin? I see you. Thanks for stepping in here, man. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right. I know there's a lot of stuff going on out here, man, right now, and we want to be safe. So, give me a word out there. You got a word, cousin? You got a word, cousin, that I can actually write right now and change into something else for you? If you do, I'll hook it up. I'll probably do it on one of these small things this time to see how it goes. Give me a good word, man. Give me one inspirational word that I can change right now for you. And I'm going to throw it up on here and make it into some art. Reality. Okay. Let's see. Reality. Sure, I'm glad I saw you, man, because I had my marker off. The top was off for a little while, and I'm about to mess up. So, I'm going to move this thing and change this around. Oh, hold on. I was supposed to show you about reality. I already started changing it up. But this is a smaller piece right here. So, bear with me. Hope that you like the style that I have. Trying to change things around. I love what I do. I love art. Art is my life, my passion, my purpose. I'm gonna keep saying that. All right, so I'm gonna change this over here. I'm gonna change the reality of these letters to make it look like something that it was not before. The rain is going on out here. I'm in Jersey. I don't know where you at right now, most of the people, but I'm in Jersey, and I hope that the people out there are safe, because that's what we need. We need safety. We need good health. We need to change the reality of what's going on right now to make sure we have a safe reality. So don't lose it. Don't panic. Know that together we can make it, and we will definitely get through this, because we are inspirational. We are resilient. All right. Changing it around a little bit. What's going on, Kern? Good to see you again tonight. Dope artist. Every time you come through, I'm going to let you know you dope. All right. So somebody want me to change reality. Change the reality. So I'm changing the reality. My cousin came through, told me to change the word reality. So I'm going to do that. Give you a little. I'm moving, man. I'm trying to move, man. Moving a little bit. You see, it's moving. Got an eye there. Let me see. Let me move this down like this. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right, we moving. All right, I'm going to keep it going for you. I'm going to keep it going, keep it flowing, keep it going. I'm going to put a little smile on one of these, because we need some smiles, man. We got enough for everything else. Let's get some smiles around here. We are all royalty, I tell you that much. We royal. Kings, queens, prince and princesses. We are what we are. Never let anybody make you think you're less than what you truly are, which is great, which is royal. We need that unity, the unity for you and me. How I'm doing, cousin? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right a little bit. I got one more letter for you. Let me see what I'm going to do with this letter this time. want to change it up. Change it. Oh, I'm about to change this up for you, brother. Change this up. All right. Boom. Boom. So look, oh, see I changed it around like that. So now you see the face up there, changing reality. So I changed reality. See it closer, right here. Hope you liked it. This is what I do. Word art changed by Suliman Onque. And if you want something like this to be shipped to you, you can tell me a word. I got a cash app, $SlimSuliart. You can actually cash at me. I'll do it for $20. You know, oh, my man, Cent. What's going on, Cent? You see I'm over here trying to do my thing right here, bro. Look, this word was reality, Cent. And I changed it to look like this. So, yeah, man. Listen, if you don't know, Cent is a dope graffiti artist and artist. Hope you're being safe out there, man. I know a lot of things are going on right now, and we don't want you, to get caught up. I hope your family is safe. I hope, even though this stuff is going on crazy, that you are inspired and keep doing what you do. I love your style, man. Remember when you and Jerry was out East Orange and you and him working on that canister, man. Crazy. It said art box, and I did all the little art boxes about 1 million times up there, and then you changed it around, and it's crazy, man. I was mad they took it down, man, but yo, your art is next level. If you have a word for me, Cent, I'll change that word for you right now. Are you at the gallery? Okay. Give me a word, Cent. Give me a word, one word. I'm going to change that word for you right now. Think of a word. Something that, that I can hook up right now. And also those people out there, live. We're going to be live like a wire. Okay. All right, let me do that. LIVE. All right, so this is the word live, right? Boom. I put the little dot up there so you see that, right? So, people out there, if you, because I know sometimes I can be a big kid, whatever, because I'm do all the comic book stuff. Like I say, I got my own comic book character, my own comic book I created, Super Sketch Painter, in case you didn't know. And I grew up liking a lot of Marvel comic books. I love DC Comics animated movies, but I love Marvel Comics live movies. All right? So, what's one of your favorite comic book characters? Tell me, put it up there. I'm gonna speak on it in a minute, So, okay. We gotta do this for Cent. All right, I gotta represent for Cent, because Cent, he that dude, in case you don't know, representing. So I gotta represent for my bro. All right. Let me see. All right, hold on. I'm starting, man. I'm starting. All right, starting with him, getting ready for you, bro. Getting ready. Let me see. All right, what you think? What you think so far? What you think? It's moving. All right, hold on. Let me see what else I can do. All right, I got you. Watch this. Watch this. Man, it's moving, man. It's moving. We moving. We moving. We moving. All right, let me get something else. Let me get something else in here. So, like, anybody, who's your favorite character, Sent? Who's your favorite comic book character, Sent? I know you had one growing up, man. You know, or even now. Let me see. Oh, Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine. That's what I got for you, man. I'm gonna tie something else in there too for you, Sim. But Wolverine was a dope character, and I was sleeping on him for a minute. But he definitely was a dope character, man. I cannot deny that, man. His character was in a lot of dope comics. I think without him, the X-Men was really nothing. You know, not too much. He was the one that was the badass, and Spider-Man. And I'm gonna tell you this, Sin. Spider-Man. And hold on, let me give you this real quick. Let's see. Before I stop doing this. Alright. I think this might be a done. Little quick life. So we had that art to that light. I mean, no, it was live. We keep it live. Keep it live. So my man Sent said it on my live. So that's history right there. So yeah, Spider-Man, I'm gonna tell you. I didn't live. I used to read the Spider-Man books. I was kind of mad. Thank you, bro. It's an honor for you. Coming from you. That's an honor. Looking at Spider-Man at first, I didn't like the fact that he seemed like he was so untouchable in the books. Like he was like, you can't touch him. He had like a million different laser beams, and he in one spot, nothing touching him. And I didn't like that. You know, I felt like they made him too dope, like too strong for a while. And then I started looking into some of the storylines, and later on it started getting more, better. He wasn't my most favorite character, but when the movies came out, I started liking him a little more. And watching that old Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, when they had Firestar and Iceman, used to come on Channel 4, I believe, and I used to watch that. So that kind of got me to liking him a little more. But the movies that they had for Spider-Man, Part 1 and Part 2 Spider-Man, the old ones with Tobey Maguire, they were cool. But Part 3, I was mad because they rushed too much. When it was the Black Spider-Man, they shouldn't have put Venom in there. They should have showed Venom at the end and then say that's going to be the next Spider-Man movie was him going against Venom. Him fighting Sandman was good enough. He could have ended it with beating Sandman, and then Venom should have been a whole nother movie by itself. So I felt like they rushed that in there. They was doing too much of the lovey-dovey with him and whatever. So that was my take on that. Another character that I liked was on DC. My most favorite DC character is Batman, hands down, because of they really progressed with his character and made him seem like he was so dope. Like he's the one that doesn't have any superpowers, but his mind takes him to another level, and he's the best DC character, period. All right. When you look at the animated movies that they have from the Red Hood, Under the Red Hood, that's a dope one. Assault on Arkham. What else? They had the one Batman versus Robin. Batman versus Teen Titans. He had a lot of dope movies, and he had the movie Hush that came out not too long ago. Batman Hush. I'm an animated junkie, not with the true deep anime, because some people know all the anime that's just so crazy. I'm not there with it. You know, I like some anime, but I'm not really with the hardcore anime like a lot of people have. I know Akira was one of my most favorite ones. That's like a staple for me, Akira. But they said it's something that's so much more graphic that I don't really get into like that. But I love the DC Justice League movies. But the live movies are trash. I'm sorry. If you go to Marvel movies, hands down, the Captain America movies. Robotech was dope, man. You can't forget about Voltron too, man. Voltron was dope. Even though this wasn't anime, but G.I. Joe was dope too. I mean, for back then, G.I. Joe was dope. If you want to take it there too, it wasn't really anime, but Dungeons and Dragons was dope. What is another one? Dundar the Barbarian was dope. If you want to take it there. The Gargoyles was dope. And that wasn't anime, that was Disney, but that was a dope cartoon. The way they did it. The progression with the characters. But one of the hands down series that I think is one of the dopest series was Young Justice. Young Justice and Young Justice Invasion were really dope. Thundercats, of course, Thundercats. Thundercats was yeah. When they came out with the reboot of Thundercats, that was dope as well. The anime was way better, and the subject matter was dope as well. So you look up the last Thundercats, I think they came out with, and it was fire. I like animation. I like the dope style of animation. The way they make stuff look, and that moves me. That moves me a lot. And that's how it was with comic books for me. That's what made me like comic books at first. One of my most favorite comic book artists is John Byrne. John Byrne is a dope old school artist for Marvel Comics. He made stuff look really dope, classy art. It was fire. And then years later, well, you had Mike Zeck, another dope artist. And Jim Lee. When Jim Lee came on the scene, it was like, Jim Lee took it. He was like how hip hop was before Rakim, and then when Rakim came, they had to change their style up. That's what happened when Jim Lee came and started drawing for Marvel, and he progressed after that. Stuff like that really kind of keeps me, inspired. So, saying, I don't know if you knew I did my own comic book, but this is actually my comic book here. Oh, Todd McFarlane, he was dope too. He did Spawn as well. But you could tell he did Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, everything he did with Spider-Man, he did with Spawn, like basically. The same. Oh yeah, this is my own comic book, brother. Super Sketch Painter, just for the people that might have just be here now. He goes into different comic book worlds and save the day. So as when he's asleep as Khalil Jenkins, his body astral travels into the different comic book worlds. So yeah, this is my comic book. I actually made issue 1, issue 2, and you can look inside all the illustrations. I did them all myself, colored, the layout. Sell these for $5 each. I'll show you right here. Yeah, this is my creation here. I had to try to step into the comic book world, man. That was something that I really wanted to do for years, and I was able to accomplish. I'm gonna show you something right here. This is not my piece. This is my brother. My brother Suliman Onque, he actually did this piece here. Hey, Sen, can you name, if you can name every character in there, I'll give this to you for free. Name every character. I'm gonna even get up a little closer. Anybody else is in here that wanna let me tap and wave at somebody who's in there. Make sure. Alright. If you can name the characters that you see here, you get this for free, brother. If you could tell me from the first one, and as we move over, give me some names, bro. Let me know something. I know you can name some of these characters right here. I'm not going to give y'all the answers either. I'm going to sit this down for a minute. So I know, it's almost, I think it's almost an hour's time. We got 8 more minutes, and if y'all want, I'll come back. But it's almost an hour's time. Tonight I just actually meant to do exactly what I did, was to show you some artwork, do a couple of word changes like I did. We had some dope people that come through here. We had Scent, we had Bisa Butler, we had Lavette Ballard, we had Johnny Butler, we had my cousin Vice Wise. We had a nice lot of people come through and we had Kearney come through here as well. So these are 2 pieces that I actually worked on today. Scent actually was the word live, and I changed it to look like this. And this right here was the word reality. So we changed that today for you. And I enjoy doing this. Art is my passion, my purpose. This is why I exist, to actually give of myself to those who are actually watching. You know, if there's anything you want to say, chime in. You got like a couple of minutes. If you want to do one more word change, if anybody wants to give one more word, I'll do it right now, and I'll show the finished product on my story if you have time for that now. If not, then I just want to say that I'm grateful to anybody who came through here tonight, and I want you to be safe. I want you to take care of yourself, take care of your family. Look out for updates for things that's going to help you be more inspired. I'm going to keep doing these lives with different type of concepts. Tonight was my comic book art. The other night was me just doing my painting and canvas work like that. But still keeping the concept of doing the artwork changes, which I like to do, and I will continue to do, because it's something that actually helps me. This was another piece I forgot right here. All right. Let me see. This was Bisa Butler giving me the word resist. Can't forget that. So listen, all of you, resist the urge to give in. All right, don't give in to whatever negativity that's going on out there. We are all positive-minded people. If you're not, you can have somebody that can talk to you, that can give you a positive edge, a positive word to help you focus on your life. Art will be my focus. This is Sul's Book of Cool. Oh, and let me tell you right now to make sure you follow Control the Cool TV on Instagram. Go to Control the Cool TV on Instagram. Please follow that. And then click on the link in the bio so it can take you to our TV show, which is on YouTube. We have 4 episodes so far. Episode 5 should be up there by no later than tomorrow. And if you look here, mostly everything I do is about art. This is a hand-painted wearable art piece that I did last year, I believe. We had an art show called the Matrilineal exhibit, and it was with a 3 the Art Way exhibit, which is 3 the Art Way is myself, my mother, and my brother. And we are all the family of artists, and we brought in a lot of dope artists like Cortez, Masa Musa, Diane Bennett, Carol Cleveland, Amira Shabazz. We had mostly a lot of my family. It was Renee Onque, was her photography. Cameron Onque, she did art. Two of my nieces did art, and my sister. We had a lot of people doing a lot of great things that actually connected with us for that event. We had live singing by Gail Campbell that night. Also, hip hop by Slick Rob was on that night. We had some poetry by I Am Mega was there that night. We also had Justice Roundtree. Justice was there that night. You know, it was a dope event. It was a powerful event. Powerful event. You know, and had artwork there from my grandmother. You know, a piece that was there. So just letting you know, the actual, you can also, hey, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. You know, I got a minute or so. Give me a word, and then I'll change that into a piece of art, similar to what I have here. Give me a word right now, and I'll change it to a piece of art. All right, Rick? Send something, and I'll give me one word. I'll do it real quick, and then I'll put it into my story so you can see how it turned out. Because it's about to turn off now, and I don't think I'm going to start back for the next one. Yeah, man, give me one word. And I'm gonna show you how it came out of my story. I'm write it down and I'll show you how. You want me to? I put DJ Ricky. He said he's gonna put his name. All right, look. This is what I have, right? When you look at my story, Ricky Smooth. I'm putting. I just put DJ Ricky. I'm gonna put that, and you're gonna see how it's gonna turn out. And I'll show you. I'll post it into my live. I'm gonna start working on it now, but you'll see, because this is gonna turn off in a minute. And when it does, you'll be able to see what I came up with when we're done. Let me see if I can get this real quick. All right, so look, it's the start of it, okay? You're going to see the end, all right? I'll put the smooth in there for you. So when you see it on my story, I'm gonna post it on my story, all right? And I'm going to come back again on another day, not today, but once this goes off, it goes off. And then, you know, much love to everybody who came through. I'm going to finish this and put it in my story, so you check out for that there. All right, Rick?